Let's get into the questions straight away. As I have a few questions, I will try to address that. Through that, whatever the other points we need to learn, we need to look. I will work on that also. Have you, are you able to see these questions? Do you see these questions on the chat box? Okay. Is my sound is okay? Okay. First question. My body got allergic swelling, especially on the face. I found the chest cavity become hard and tight during pranayama practice, and the breath is not smooth, very tired. Feeling breathless when head down, but when the head little bit up is better. So can I practice pranayama with the head slightly upward? So far, we are working to lower the head slightly down. We haven't started even Jalandhara Bandha, which requires further rolling down, which we are going to do very soon. For this practitioner, you need to find the reason where this allergy comes from. That's one side. Okay. I want to know, is it that allergy has any connection with your pranayama practice, or you have the history of it already? Or the history already, yeah, already has been there for some time. So that we need to know. That's one side, whatever that answered. Now for the chest getting hard, tight during pranayama practice, and also tired. If is it happening only when you are keeping the head down, or all the time? Even when the head is up, also you feel. Also, I want to know, is it happening in the sitting position as well as supine position? So can you please send these details, answer here also now on the chat box? Then I will look into that further. You can raise the head up and practice. It's not that you have to straight away go for keeping the head down. I will explain later once I know your answer. I will explain in more detail. Okay? Next question. Before my inhalation, always lift my trapezius up and my trapezius very high and shoulder neck got problem. I cannot inhale much, even I make a lot of efforts. I thought my lungs got problems, so I especially go to the hospital to check. There is no problem in the lungs. Through pranayama, focusing the inhalation, make oral instruction of inhale for myself. Before inhale, my inhalation become more open and without effort. Before my inhalation only 1 to 2 count, now can be 4 to 6 count. But sometimes inhalation stuck to shoulder and neck area cannot go, understand, go down more. Then I will inhale to lower back and pelvic area, exhalation with the contracting and uplifting the abdomen and feeling more openness. Can I long time practice like this? That's what I was telling today morning. Also in other sessions, yesterday also, we need to go from effort to effortless. Not only asana practice, even in pranayama practice. Now, it says that breath movement you feel only on that trapezius. Now, with a little bit effort, you are able to get more. And also, with that focused inhalation, have more openness. You have to stick with what you can do first when it comes to pranayama practice. It can be only 3 counts. Okay. Very short. Be aware. Be calm. Be quiet. Be observed. Maybe from that 3 counts, you go to 4th count. Just to do that. Check your asana practice. How you are practicing. If you are just attending the classes, not enough. You need to practice under the guidance of the teacher, and the practice should be as per your body condition. Structurally, there may be certain challenge. Certain part stiffness, your practice may be not addressing that. Spine, chest, as well as trapezius conditions may be not practiced enough as per your body conditions. So, asana practice should be adjusted, reviewed, and you start to practice as per your condition. And also, you already said your lungs got no problem. You checked already. So, in that case, it may be coming from the physical condition. With the proper practice, that can be taken care. Then, now what you have to do, whatever you are practicing now, you are aware of the back and take the attention there to breathe. Also, exhalation using the abdomen and doing. It is one stage for some time now, but you need to move where you don't put lot of effort, force, not only normal time breathing as well as pranayama breathing. So, to answer, long time this practice should not be done. For now, okay, check your body condition, practice as per your body condition, asana practice. By that, you can change. Things will change. Okay, next question. I will also do this in the daily life and in the asana practice. Okay, the same person. Inhale to lower back and pelvic area. Exhalation with the contracting and uplifting the abdomen. I feel the trapezius goes down. Inner knee can turns up in Virasana. Knee pain disappears. Breath is also fluently. Emotions become better. Can I live and practice asana like this? Before I didn't have this deep connection between asana and breath, which is good. You are able to bring the awareness of the breath movement in asana practice, which quite a lot of practitioners discard or omit or neglect. So now you are able to bring the awareness while you are doing the asana practice, where you are using different body parts, bringing the breath movement awareness. With that, you are adjusting the posture, which is good, which is okay. But when it comes to pranayama practice, this is one stage using chest or rib cage or diaphragm or navel area, pelvic floor, with that to rearrange the breath flow. But from there, we need to move on. So, understand as per what you are doing, the asana practice, fine. For pranayama practice, next stage, next way of practicing need to go. So, work from the asana. Okay, next question. Why there is blockage in left ear and not right ear during Brahmari? It may be related. This is the question. Okay, this probably related with your sinus. Probably related with your, even if there is imbalance between the right and left side. If your hearing capacity is balanced, then within eardrum, that area probably should not be any issue. But if you feel only on the left ear all the time, keep watching the breath flow first. Is it altering between right and left? Or always you have only one side better flow, other side blocked? Then we can straight away say it is a sinus cavity. So that's the area somewhere the blockage is there. It is because of that. So check that first. Should not be actually, there should not be any blockage. The flow should be smooth. Right, left, both sides. When you are doing Brahmari, you should not feel any blockage in your ears. Next question. Do we need to maintain the uplifting of chest during exhalation in Ujjayi and Brahmari? I was telling that before. I tell again. When you are doing inhalation, there is a lift, chest lift, intercostal muscles expanding, rib cage expanding, lungs expanding. When you are exhaling, you should not like a balloon, right? Let go. Should not go down like this. So the lift is there, opening is there. Now, because of the lungs expansion, now focus to maintain as much as when you are exhaling, there's a slight reduction, slight contraction. So you should not be like so much. Okay. At the same time, don't put so much effort to keep that upright. Then what happens? Your exhalation comes with a lot of force. There is no natural connection with your lungs contraction, diaphragm movement, abdomen movement. This preparation will be done in asana practice. You are lifting the trunk, lifting the chest, expanding. Then while you are exhaling, not that much, you are dropping down, closing, contracting. That is the effect of asana practice. It cannot happen within pranayama. So don't drop completely. Focus only the lungs contraction. With that, a little bit drop is there, little bit closing action is there, which is fine. Even if it is going further, if it is naturally, gradually happening, let it happen. But if a lot of effort to keep the trunk upright during exhalation, it limits your exhalation part lengthwise, force-wise, depth-wise. Any kind of physical effort increase the force, then force is increasing means it affects your quality of pranayama, whether it is inhalation and exhalation. That's why from the beginning we are giving importance to the force. That's the reason every masters, every books keep telling, do your asana first. Practice enough. Prepare the body. Because we are moving from gross to subtle side of our existence. So if you adjust the gross, the effect on the subtle side will be limited. You take a bodybuilder, athlete, they can keep that upright position. But if you work on the pranayama, it will be very, very less. The effect won't be there that much. Why? Gross side is different, subtle side is different. So we are moving. Though pranayama is not completely the subtle aspect, we are moving towards the subtle aspect. It's a transition time. So the body is supporting. So don't fight for it. Work through asana. Next question. Why we first chant Om before asana and pranayama? Is there any meaning for call of God? Chant Om or chant Aum or Om, which is more standard? Should Om need to connect with seven chakra from bottom to up? Okay, a lot of questions in one question. Why we first chant Om before asana and pranayama? First, let us understand what is the meaning. Then we will see why we chant. In Yoga Sutra, Patanjali, when Patanjali defining about Ishvara, Ishvara is not God as we understand, the idea of God. Because whatever the religion you belong to, when we say God, we all have certain imagination. Now, in Yoga Sutra, talks about Ishvara. Then the translation given as God. Then we understand through our understanding of God. Suppose if I ask you who is God, everybody will give one definition. So let's keep aside God. We don't touch him now. Okay. Because then when we simply say God, then question will come, which God? Your God or my God? Everybody have their own God. Also, there is somebody have this concept, no God, right? So varieties of concept. So keep aside. When Patanjali gives definition for Ishvara, I'm not going to explain in detail. Just understand who is Ishvara. Ishvara is the source of our existence, is all pervading, omniscient, omnipotent, all these kind of definitions given. So just let us understand this way. Ishvara, the very basis of our existence. We just understand this way. We don't need to go in detail about it. He has given a name. Tasya Vachakah Pranava. Tasya Vachakah Pranava. Pranava. Pranava is his name. Her name. Its name. What is Pranava? Pranava is Om. It is purely based on the Vedic concept, Upanishad concept. Various rishis, yogis, when they identify this Ishvara, they give the name. That name is Om. The name given is Om. Why that name given, where, from where it has come, why Om, why not bomb, why not home, why not Tham, we don't know. Okay. Understand this, the source of all our, the basis of our existence, or the truth of our existence, they want to give a name, this Om is given. There are many explanations. The sound which is related with this existence, which resembles the sound of Om, if this whole existence is making a sound, it resembles this same. This kind of sound. Probably the same sound they want to try to tell, then Om has come. There are a lot of explanations on that, because it has association of thousands of years, many thousands of years, written in many scriptures. So we are chanting, we are recreating that sound in a way we want to connect with our inner existence. The source of existence, connecting with everybody, which is there within ourselves. So we want to reach out, we want to connect, we want to go back into the source. That's the reason before yoga practice we want to chant. And this Om itself a meditation technique. Yoga Sutra says you meditate on Om, not just by chanting, oral chanting, chant without sound, verbally, also mentally. So we are trying to remember that, reconnect that. Or we can say in another way, we are seeking our source. So as this name is given, we are, by this chanting, we are connecting with the source. What is the purpose? The purpose is, can I reach out, go towards my root, my source? This is what traditionally done, so we are doing it. If you don't feel that, you want to call that source by different sound. You don't want to say Om completely. You just want to call O only. Oh, but anyway, still you have to end somewhere, right? So you don't want to end with Im. You want to create other sound. Oh, oh, you can. Or you want to say oh, you just want to say can. Or you don't want to say this oh or ish, you just want to say mom, mom, and it is your attitude, your way of looking. How do you feel? How do you connect? That's why after some time the sound, words, all those things, it is immaterial. It is what your idea about it, concept about it, feeling about it. That's why there are varieties of names for the existence. Everything works. Why? What you are doing from your inner being. What is that coming honestly, not for any outside appearance. From your inner side, what is coming? That is what important. So, as it is traditionally done, and this is the idea of behind that, we are chanting. The other reason is to wake you up. The mind is going here and there, body is in a lazy condition. Then when you start to say, oh, imagine early morning, even you do yawning, that itself you associate with this om, already your body will wake you up. But we have to do that in a passive state. So physical wake up, mental wake up, naturally your length, you are increasing longer breath length, creating that awareness. That's also one reason. You can do anything else also. This chant Aum or Om, which is more standard. Om, not Aum. There are many traditions they do that. That is more using the Sanskrit word Au in Aum, because the combination from where this Om comes grammatically. So use that. Om is the right sound, right one. All the as per the many texts. The modern way, new ways, they do various things with Om, Aum, which is not as per the scriptures. But if they have that interest, because that Aum also works, because if they have that connection, feeling, attitude, they call the existence as Aum. And there are further, based on the sound we make, the different energy center has certain connection. Again, this is also coming from the tradition. Yam, lam, vam, ram, ham. That's call it as a bija mantra. Bija mantra means the seed mantra. The each energy center root, a seed for energy center, it is known through that sound. So we want to work on that particular energy center, they use that particular bija mantra, the seed mantra, the seed letter. Yam, lam, vam, ham, ram. That itself a separate subject altogether. That's why we can reach our source through many ways. It is not necessary that we have to really know everything, practice everything. Just practicing Ujjayi, one technique, just doing Ujjayi good enough. Otherwise, these practice done thousands of years, okay? Many thousands, not few hundred years. So many masters come up with certain idea and many traditions created. Now, because everything compiled now, before, if one school of thought, one master, one tradition, it is limited with only that region where he has been living or that tradition is alive. There is not easy, even few 100 kilometers away, they can get that knowledge. But now, everything compiled, everything collected. So, all the various masters' techniques and approaches very easily available. Now, here we have to be careful. We don't want to collect information. We don't want to know many things. Because the whole idea of yoga practice is letting go whatever not necessary, which includes our yoga practice. So, whatever here we practice, we have to maximize its potential. Through that, we have to get that peace state, that freedom state, that non-dependency state. Otherwise, you keep on collecting. Here, many techniques. I know this asana, I know this pranayama, I know this meditation. What is the use? It doesn't help. We don't need many. Just for understanding purpose, how it works, then it is fine. Then rest, it's the effect comes only by practice. Okay. So for this question, should Om need to connect with the seven chakra from bottom to up? Now, even when we talk about pelvic floor, abdomen, diaphragm, this. Still, we are working only on the physical aspect. When it comes to chakras, it is subtle aspect. To work on the subtle aspect, what we need to do, we don't need to do anything. Because we have been working with the body, this, that, and everything, the subtle aspect, the energy centers, movements, all those things, like it's all in that dormant state, not really like doing anything. A lot of people talking about, okay, I do this, activate this chakra, I do this, activate that chakra. Don't get into that. What happens as you go into deeper pranayama practice, the energy centers movement happening on its own. So what do you need to do? Do you have the capacity to observe, to see what is going on? Why? Because energy centers, whatever the actions happening within that, it is happening because of various reasons which we don't know. Many things we don't know. They may talk about the color, they may talk about the sound, they may talk about like even oil. This essential oil will activate this energy center. And also even asana practice, you do this asana, this energy center has connected. Don't get into that. We don't want to do anything deliberately with the energy center. Before that, what we have to do? Work on the mind. Let go the desire that I need to activate my energy center. No, that's not your job. Energy centers will take care on its own. What is the only job we can have? Just be there. Just aware what's going on. When we practice deeper, of course it happens. Many things happen. Through that we get the understanding. Through that we get more awareness. Through that we see the existence, the system of existence, the structure of existence. Structure of our own existence, our body, our breath, our mind, our energy movement. We learn that, we know that, so that we don't limit ourselves with this body, mind, sense. That's the idea. Now, if you want to go there, I want to open the heart center, I want to open this navel center. No, we are even observing all the activities happening within itself, and you to connect with that, you can say, okay, I'm working this Om sound to reach this energy centers. But actually, as long as your awareness is there outward, that means with your body, energy center movement, we don't do anything actually. We can't do anything in that. Let's work on pranayama first. If possible. Within these sessions, we can try to understand about these chakras, energy centers. Probably we may not have enough time. Let's see. For now, whatever the connection you are doing, it is the physical plane, which is fine. You can do that. When you create the sound, basically the energy movement, you feel upward, which is fine. But basically, still it is of your physical plane. Okay. Okay, I got this student. This is the second time in this year. I haven't had it before. And the last time I had the allergy after pranayama when lying on the back. The chest cavity is also tense breathing. Increase the height. When lying down, increase the height. Check your lower back, trapezius, hip joints are relatively free. No strain, no tightness, no tension when you are doing. And as it is not happening often, only you say second time in this year, probably there are other reasons. So when you are practicing, my suggestion is go for more sitting pranayama and also support your back against wall using pranayama pillow along the spine line or bolster or block. So you don't put effort to sit that upright position and see that how it happens. Also, don't focus to roll the head now. For now, keep the head, neck, spine in one line. If you have that small size pranayama pillow, not only along the spine, it has to support your back of the head also. Or the length of the pranayama pillow coming all the way to the head, it is fine. But if there is a gap between the pillow and the back, then you can keep the other pillow across. We'll try to do one of the session demo of that. Okay. So go for more sitting, see what happens. And lying down also still you practice, but keep the height higher. When the head is lowered, the chest is tense, and when the head is not lowered, it is not tense. Probably it is because of the strain. Either neck tightness, trapezius tightness. Okay. So when you roll, that movement is limiting, so your chest is getting closing, so you get the tension. We use one shoulder jacket. We put the belt around, holding back, so the trapezius rolled downward, and from there you lower the head. See it is happening or not. Again, we will do one of the session. In coming days, I will show that in the morning session. Okay. Before that, we have learned lying on the side of the body in pranayama session. The yoga mat was rolled under the armpit. When I practice, I try to use the sandbag, wooden plank. I feel using solid support seems like supporting the front and back sides of the body on the back. I try this method. Does this help with the awareness of the direction of the breath? No, don't go into varieties of things. The idea is armpit lifted up here, which change the direction of, if you are working on the left side, right side altered. If you're working on the other side, left side altered. That's the idea. So you can keep rolled mat, because I said if you don't go anything, any other thing is easier as everybody have the mat. So even in the sitting position or in the lying down position. Of course, for fun, you can try with the block, with the sandbag, any kind of that object which is helping to lift up. Okay. But the main idea is to alter the breath. Suppose you have the blockage only one side, say right side is blocking. So, which is not good. We want to keep that nasal cycle happen for some time on the left, some time on the right. Supposed to happen. But if your breath flow, one side is blocking all the time, we want to change that. So we use this. So that technique helps to change that. That's the idea. There are other aspects which we have to see. That's why I'm saying like which action, which side the flow should be there. They go into that detail. We are not going there yet. But as of now, please understand, right, left, that alter need to happen continuously. Every 1 hour or every 2 hours. So when you find that one side is blocking, one side is only flowing, so now use these techniques to free the passage. That's the idea. There are many questions about pranayama is due to insufficient of asana practice. Can you explain the definition of sufficient asana practice? For example, from effortful to effortless, or how many hours should we practice every day at least? Okay, I would suggest if you are a beginner, at least 2 hours. If you are long-time practitioner, that means what? Your asana practice not necessarily less, but the quality of practice should be different, very much suitable for your body condition. Is it enough? Is a general idea. If I check your body, probably I will say no, you need 4 hours at least for 1 year. Self practice. For certain body, maybe 90 minutes, 1 year. So it's very much related with your body based on your age, your background, your body conditions, history of any injury, all those things. Based on that, I would put it this way: at least give 2 hours for asana practice. Instead of doing any other things, it's better to do asana practice. I cry when I practice pranayama. Is it normal? Very normal, very much normal. So keep crying, it helps. Thank you. Welcome. I just realized currently as I go deeper in pranayama practice, my quality of sleep is changing. Not really good. I often dream and I feel can't go long, deep sleep. I'm going wrong the way I have been practicing, or it's not connecting anyway with my pranayama practice. Okay. So I have to ask a lot of questions to answer this question because sleep, dream, it is related with what is your mind status in normal time as you live your daily life. How do you live? What is the thinking way, thinking pattern, your emotions, your if you have any kind of past, even like guilt or trauma, like All these things put together will connect with your sleep, with your dream. What pranayama does, it keeps you awake. To some extent, it may connect it. If you already you have been going through a lot of thinking, thought process in your daytime, to bring the continuity, your because we just need 2 hours of deep sleep. 2 or 3 hours of deep sleep is good enough. That's what happening actually. But in order to go to the 2 hours of deep sleep or 3 hours of deep sleep, we need this 6 to 8 hours of window. Then between the dreams and all those things are happening. Dreams itself is kind of therapy in to some extent. So check that first. Uh, we will see that. We will talk about it. As probably I may meet you in few weeks. I will talk to you. Then we will find the answer for that. Because with good asana practice, good pranayama practice, your sleep quality should be better. It should not go other way around. If you go deep meditation practice, there are a lot of things it will go deeper. In that way, sometimes it happens, which is fine. But it should not create any trouble. Still, there will be a 2 or 3 hours of good sleep. That's good enough. So we will discuss about it. Okay, there are other few questions also, which take some time. So probably I will do that next session. One is the question. In Viloma Pranayama, chest is lifted up when inhalation fully. Then in exhalation, should be still keeping the chest lifted up. Okay, as I said before, don't forcefully hold it. If it is releasing, let go. Let you release. Okay. Okay. Then this other question about sexual energy, desire related with that, it takes some time, which I will address next time. Okay. We'll continue. Keep the practice going. See you tomorrow. Thank you all. Namaste.